Okay, because Easyjet are unlike every other airline. They don't take minors.
Yeah,
I mean, obviously.
That's
yeah.
That's
Can I just speak to you?
Can
I speak for a second?
Come fly with me, let's fly away. If you can use some exotic booze on a far-flung holiday, come fly with me, let's fly away.
Training coordinator Natalie Jenkins is instructing a fresh class of cabin crew recruits.
So what today's going to start with is get you thinking about what is good customer service and what's bad customer service. Because the whole idea of customer service is all based on a good team on board an aircraft, for us anyway. So we're going to go through some teamwork. So for the rest of the day, we're going to be learning about teamwork.
Each year, 120 new recruits take the 4-week course that may lead to them becoming Easyjet cabin crew. To pass, they must achieve 90% in every test taken.
What I'd like you to do is, I'd like you to go around the room and tell me your name, what you did before you came here, and then tell me something that no one else knows about you yet.
Hi, my name's Chris, and before this I used to work at the theatre in Nottingham, so I've got many claims to fame. But my special claim to fame is my name, Christopher Lee, so watch your neck, everybody.
How many times have you said that before? That's great.
My name's Stephen and I used to work for the Abbey National, and my claims to fame is I've met Ricky Martin. I'm Ross Kemp, I've met Ross Kemp as well.
Right then, the next couple of days there'll be lots of fun and games and activities like we've just done now, so hopefully it won't be too boring or mind-numbing for you.
Okay.
The next game is an orientation exercise designed to help the recruits get to know each other.
Clap around. Okay. Right, so I'll start this way.
Easyjet trainees have an impressive pass rate of 98%. That means this year only 3 people are expected to fail. Stephen McGarvey has moved from Liverpool to Luton to pursue his ambition of becoming a member of cabin crew. Today, Stephen and fellow trainee Nicole are moving into their new house.
I absolutely hate football. It just doesn't interest me whatsoever. But I had to bring them Liverpool shorts. Because they're my brothers, but just to remind me of home, and they fit me, so... But it just reminds me of home. So... I'm homesick, but I've got photos of everyone. That was my mum. That's my granddad. That's my mum's sister, and that's her friend. That's the best one. It's a dead homely house anyway. It's dead warm and everything, and everyone's just wanders around. It's dead nice, but it's just little things that you need to remind you.
It's the school holidays. Sophie and Molly McCulloch usually fly unaccompanied to visit family in Belfast. But this year, their father has used the internet to book Easyjet for the first time.
We've flown with Jersey European, British Airways,
Which,
Monarch,
as I say, is you fill in an
Ryanair,
form.
and all of those airlines allow children.
It says that we do not accept minors under the age of 14,
okay.
And your 2 daughters are 10.
And there's nowhere on the website that's made really clear, so we accepted that we'd probably be booking on the same sort of terms we would with any other airline.
Well, it does say quite clearly, kindly read terms and conditions of contract before you make your booking, sir, and you chose to ignore that.
I didn't choose to ignore it. I didn't read it. And, OK, now we're stuck, OK? Because Easyjet are unlike every other airline. They don't take minors.
There's a solution. Sophie and Molly will be able to fly to Belfast, but only if Dad goes with them.
All I'm asking you to do is, because the girls are trying to get away for half-term, is to try and accommodate us some way.
Yeah,
I mean, obviously... Can I just speak to you? Can I speak for a second? Is it possible for me to speak for a second? So, all I'm trying to do is, I would very much like to go with them. I'm quite happy to accommodate them.
There's only 14 empty seats, that's it. So the next price available for this flight is 80.
14 empty seats. Do you think they'll be filled?
No, not unless somebody pays £80 for the next 2 or £100 for the next 6.
So the aircraft will take off with empty seats whenever. I'd be quite happy to pay what the average person has paid, i.e. £40.
Well, I can't do that for you. The next seat in this computer is £80. I have nothing in my powers whatsoever to get the seat any cheaper. I'm not that important, unfortunately. I do not have the means to do that, and I would not be told how to do that.
Okay.
So that is the only price I can offer you to get you out with your daughters.
Okay. Meanwhile, at Liverpool, London lads Chris and Toby are waiting for a delayed flight to Luton. Toby, on the right, has been selected to appear on Blind Date.
It's just quite nice.
He uses the delay to practice his chat-up lines.
I'm going on blind date in 2 months, and I've got a couple of questions I just want to run past you. Right, the first one is, I get bored with girls I go out with after about 2 months. So what would you do to stop me from straying?
Attach a lead to you?
Would you? They like their kinky stuff in Liverpool. They like their kinky stuff in Liverpool. And I love my clothes. Love my clothes. What item of clothing best describes you and why?
A designer dress, because it's original like me.
Well done. I'm going on blind date in about 2 months, right?
Right.
And I've got 2 questions I want to run past you and see what they're like. Okay, the first question is, I get bored with girls I go out with after about 2 months. So what would you do to stop me from straying?
Tie it to the bed or something.
What?
Having asked the questions, it's time for a quick reminder. Sugar and spice and all things nice, that's what number 3 Ginger Jenny's made of.
No.
Or will it be number 1, kinky brunette Sarah? She'll tie a lead around your neck to make sure you never stray.
No.
Or blonde Sue, number 2. Like a designer dress, she always stands out in a crowd. The choice, Toby, is yours.
Which one? I'll pick number 2, please, in the orange jacket. There you go. Barcelona, here we come. Am I allowed your phone number?
Not on telly, no.
What? Can I leave you mine? Can I? Can I?
There you go, sir.
I know, I'll write it down. There you go. Cheers. See you later.
Bye, ta. Oh my God. Well done, love. Do you like him? He works here. Fancy him? It's quite nice, yeah. She fancies him. Yeah, okay.
Back at Luton, negotiations continue.
But as I've said to you now on several occasions, I cannot get a cheaper seat for you. I don't have the means and I don't know how to do that.
OK, it looks like we have to pay through the nose, girls. What's the first one back again?
Do you want to come back on the midday or do you want to come back a bit later and spend a few hours with them over there?
Okay.
There's one at 20 to 4 and then there's one at 5 to 7.
5 to 7.
Gets you in here at 8:05.
OK.
And it's in your name, is it?
Yes.
OK, that's done then, so you need to check in now.
OK, thanks.
you.
See ya.
An extra £150 worse off. The McCullochs are on their way.
Before I ask you to do your booking, it says the terms and conditions of the contract. If he would have read it on the day that he made his booking, not only would he found that out, but he would have got himself a cheaper flight at the same time. Then he paid about £20 each for their flights, so he would have got the same price.
They planned this, you know, so that I have to go now.
Are you pleased that they're just going to ring you? Yeah.
For God's sake, say yes.
Nice and kind to each other.
At the training centre, the new cabin crew recruits are about to learn a very important lesson.
Although you know you're going to get aggressive people, you don't think that it could get physical, and you don't think someone's want to strangle you. You know, just doing absolutely nothing. But they must do because we have to learn this.
There are 90 serious incidents of air rage in the UK each year. And with the emergency services 30,000 feet below, it's vital that the crew can deal with aggressive situations.
Really whack your bum back, make some space, because if you have a look there now, look how much space there is between me and Stephen. I've made the gap so that it's easier for me to step through. OK?
Soon, Stephen and the trainees will have their first flights, and they're hoping they won't need this part of their training. Would-be Casanovas Chris and Toby arrive at Luton. After Toby's success in Liverpool, Chris sets his sights on Katrina.
What are you doing then? Chatting me up. So what type of girl do you like?
Any. Depends. If it's a Saturday night at 2 o'clock in the morning, anything goes, to be fair. Anything. She can be sort of...
As long as it's got a heartbeat, eh?
She can be Freddy Krueger's half-sister and it'll be still fine.
At Liverpool Airport, Sue's attention turns to the charms of a good, clean northern lad.
Is it outside toilet?
Oh, yeah, that's usual.
Do you take on wood at crew?
Yeah,
Liverpool's one and only Stan Boardman.
Yeah. Well, plywood does a lot, don't you?
No frills.
No frills, eh,
No
lads?
food. The sick bags are lovely. Fair line.
They say laughter is the best aphrodisiac. But in Luton, it's age that matters.
How old are you two?
26.
And
21.
And you are how old?
25.
Gutted. I'm well out of the picture. I have to get myself down the youth club.
With Chris out of the picture, Toby goes for his trusted blind date line.
What item of clothing best describes you and why?
It must be my jacket,
Why is that?
because it's bright,
colourful, full of life, and I stand out in the crowd. How about that?
Definitely. I'd go for that one. Wouldn't you?
Actually, my underwear's the same.
Bright
oh,
orange.
it's not full of life.
Well, we've seen the jacket. Can we see the underwear now?
Nuclear warning underwear. Yeah.
Despite Toby using his best line, it's Chris who passes over his number.
That's my home number. Okay, might be at Mum and Dad's for the moment.
It's lovely meeting you. Oh my lord. All right.
See you later.
Oh, it was nice meeting you. Good luck on Blind Dates. Okay.
Ring me.
So, yeah.
That girl there, and the girl at the check-in desk back in Liverpool. Lovely.
Well, no, one at Liverpool weren't all that compared to us.
Oh, you're not compared to her. She's got a model.
Huh?
She's like model material.
Yeah, so the one up in Liverpool was like a minger compared to her. Huh?
She's all right. Hello?
Hello, is that Toby?
It is, yes.
This is your number one. How are you?
I'm not bad. How are you? I didn't even get your name. I didn't even get your name. Who's that? Sue.
Yeah.
I'm Toby.
Hi. Did you have a nice flight?
I had a great flight down, thinking of you the whole way.
Oh, that's not nice.
Are you going to give me your number? Are you going to give me your number?
Of course, I'll phone you later.
All right, I'll speak to you later. All right, then, bye. Yeah, yes.
He said you had a nice flight. I was thinking of me all the way.
You missed a bit.
Nice Betty.
The number's gone in the bin already. Just because I don't fancy him or like him in that way, I'm not saying other girls won't find him attractive. One of the girls over the desk said, oh, who are those two guys you're talking to? I like the one with the tan.
In high spirits, the boys go looking for fresh victims. Tomorrow is the big day for Stephen and the other cabin crew trainees, their test flight. Determined not to fail, they brush up on their technique.
The emergency exits are 2 doors at the rear of the cabin, 2 window exits in the middle of the cabin, and 2 doors at the front. Low-level lighting will guide you to an exit. With passengers seated at the window exits in the middle of the cabin, please pay special attention to the instructions printed in these areas. Would you now please ensure that your seatbelt is fastened? It must be worn whenever the fastened seatbelts are illuminated. We wish a pleasant flight and thank you for your attention.
The only thing that stands between Stephen and his dream job now is his test flights tomorrow. Before Stephen can become a qualified member of crew, he must pass 2 flights. Just one mistake will mean failure. The man who will judge his performance is examiner Brian Clark.
He's been doing all right. He's a little nervous, but that's to be expected anyway. I just feel for him because I know what it's like to be on your first flight and know that you're being watched as well by somebody from training department. But yeah, he's doing all right.
When the passengers arrive, Stephen's first job is to greet them and make sure their hand luggage is stowed correctly.
You can't predict what the passengers are going to do. Who's to say the second you walk away, they don't take the bag per house and put it on the knee, and then Brian walks past and he sees that out, so it makes it look like that I haven't done it. Just put your coat up in the overhead locker, just because it's an emergency exit. No problem. Thanks. Thank you. Can I just ask you to stick your bag under the seat for me, please? Could I just stick your bag under the seat, please? Thanks, thank you.
The first flight takes off, and Stephen is doing well.
Hope it's not raining in Glasgow when we get up there, do you? An Easyjet straight down.
Jim and Pat Snape have travelled from Sheffield to Luton.
Yes.
They're planning a special birthday surprise for their daughter, stewardess Caroline.
She'll be absolutely gobsmacked. She really will. She'll have no idea. We're both at work as far as she's concerned. Spoke to her last night.
That's
absolutely.
superb. Yeah.
But in addition to the birthday, of course, we heard yesterday that she'd just been promoted.
So
and she's on cloud 27. She really is so excited about that. So this is icing on the cake, isn't it?
Talking about cake, we've got a cake for her in the bag as well. Just as long as she's on that plane, that's the main thing.
Once we'd booked, we were committed.
Yeah.
If she wasn't on the plane, that was it, unfortunately.
Right.
All they can do now is wait and see.
May I have your attention, please? Easyjet flight EZY073 to Glasgow is now ready for boarding.
At gate 22, Jim and Pat nervously sneak onto the Glasgow flight, hoping their daughter is working on board, so they can deliver her birthday surprise. Caroline is on board, unaware that her parents are just yards away.
my maid fell apart when I was trying to ice it, so I had to rush out and buy a new one.
I think she's going to like that. I think so, yeah. With the big bar of chocolate I saw in her mail drop this morning. She likes chocolate. I'll go down and I'll take over her service. So she has to come up anyway. Good luck.
A plan is hatched to get Caroline to the front of the plane. She's been asked to relieve her colleague.
Only my mum and dad could do this, honestly. This is a lovely surprise. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Caroline. Happy birthday to you.
Hiya, guys. Hiya.
Stephen has completed his first test flight without a single mistake. The only thing that stands between him and success now is a final flight. Stephen has one major fear.
If you get a big gang of men who've all been to Amsterdam or somewhere like that, and they're all drunk on the plane.
A group of football fans are flying home after a match. Stephen fears they may have been drinking.
I can already smell the alcohol. They're walking past me and I'm getting a waft of alcohol.
Stephen is having problems getting some of the passengers to stow their bags in the overhead lockers.
Is it all right if I just stick that one up as well, please?
It's my food, I'm going to eat that now.
Oh, you're going to? Yeah. It's just stuff just for takeoff.
It's only a bag of crisps.
All right, I'll just put the bag up and then you can just keep your kids.
Sure.
Yeah, you can get it back down as soon as we've taken it.
You're adamant?
Yeah, definitely.
Right.
I mean, I couldn't understand it. I couldn't get on a plane in that state. It's ridiculous. It must be sick in the head. Horrible.
Worried that some of the passengers might act up, Brian issues a warning.
One chance now, ladies and gentlemen. Any further disruption, etc., will result in the aircraft turning back, and you will then again be offloaded by the police. Thank you.
I just wish it wasn't on my test flight. I really wish it wasn't. I wish she had a nice, simple niece or something like that. But of course, I've been stuck on in Amsterdam with a load of drunk football supporters. So, just my luck. And we've got to do that demonstration in front of them, so they're probably all shouting at us and things like that.
I'd like to take this opportunity to introduce the remainder of the crew on today's flight. At the rear of the cabin is Brian, in the centre of the cabin is Claire, and at the front is Stephen. The life jacket is stowed under your seat. If needed, remove it from its container and place it over your...
But it's Stephen who appears to be unsteady on his feet.
Wish a pleasant flight and thank you for your attention. Eventually.
It must have been awful for him to see them all get on. But he's coped really well, and he's calming down as much as we all did, so I think he's done really well.
But the stress has got to him, and he's beginning to forget some of his more basic duties.
He's forgotten a few things. For example, a toilet check or a bag in the overhead locker for takeoff or landing. But again, first day nerves.
It's been a long, hard flight for Stephen, and he's worried that a few small problems may have cost him his job. The passengers have all been well behaved, but as a precaution, the police have been called to meet the plane as it lands in Liverpool.
Bye now.
Bye.
Bye.
But animals get treated better than this, don't they?
Well.
See you now.
Bye.
We didn't call you out for any individual person. It was just because the feeling amongst the crew was that if you weren't here, I mean, they've been as quiet as mice for the flight, but we've just had this feeling that once they were here, they'd kick out.
You don't think there's anything that we can take people to court on?
I don't.
No.
Okay, we'll take their details,
right.
and if you require them for any purpose.
Yeah. But thanks very much for coming out. It's
okay.
Purely precaution on our part, anyway.
Okay, thanks very much.
Okay, cheers now.
With the flight safely landed, Stephen still has one concern. Will he be the only one from his class not to pass the course?
Everyone who I've spoke to who was on my course, who's had the check flight and passed, they said they've done the same things. They were getting stupid things wrong, but they passed. So that's all I keep my fingers crossed. The passengers, I'm sure they all got together before they got on the flight and said we'll fail him.
The crew head back to base. For Stephen, it's the moment of truth. Pass or fail? Brian has the answer.
All right then, Stephen. Well, I think you've worked really, really hard today. You really have. I don't want you to go home feeling bad about this. I don't want you to feel down. I don't want you to feel like you haven't done a good job, because you have. You've done a really good job today. But if you don't mind, if we can arrange with the crew and we'll just do 2 more sectors together, OK?
Stephen has failed. Before he can become a fully fledged member of crew, he must complete 2 more test flights.
I'm OK about it. I just want to get the next 2 check flights out the way and then just start as soon as possible.
How are you feeling?
Crap.
Sue never called again, and he's still single. After retaking his test flight, Stephen is now a fully qualified member of crew.
Bye. So last week we saw tears, tantrums and Dizzy Rascal declare war. Well, we're going back for more as the auditions continue in all new Must Be the Music. Tomorrow night from 7 on Sky 1 HD.